Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Recently I gave a lesson to the youth about the idea of an absolute truth. I wanted to build in the youth the importance of knowing that there's only one truth, because we live in a society which teaches us to believe in multiple truths. They wish to blur the lines between truth and falsehood. If we don't counter the idea of multiple truths, we risk accepting ideas that go against our Islamic ideas, such as accepting the LGBT community will open the doors for our youth to explore the ideas outside of male and female relationships. Also, accepting the ideas of all religions being equal will reduce our deen of Islam on par with worshipping other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. We must be able to teach our youth the correct method of determining the truth. We don't leave it to the mind to decide what is halal and haram. Rather, it's according to the commands and prohibitions set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we live by. I began the lesson by showing the youth a jar full of sweets. I asked them to work out how many sweets were in the jar. They tried to count them using various methods to try to work out exactly how many were in there. I asked them to write down their answers. They guessed 200, 250, 500, etc. I told them that if I said they were all correct answers, would they accept this? They all agreed that that was not possible. How can there be 300 and 500 sweets in the jar at the same time? I explained to them that when we leave our mind to decide, we will all have our own versions and opinions of what is the correct answer, and that will lead to many discrepancies in the answers we come up with. I told them that ultimately, there can only be one answer to the question of how many sweets are in the jar. This was a good way to make them realize that there can only be one truth. It really hit home with the kids, alhamdulillah. Other examples we can use include showing them a sum and giving multiple answers. You want them to conclude that only one answer could be correct for that sum. You could show them colors and name them wrongly and get them to defend the truth that they are wrongly labeled. You could ask them their date of birth and say it's changed now to another date. See if they accept this. You could show them shapes and name them differently and see if they notice the lie. You could tell them that there's many genders and see if they stand for the truth, which is that there's only two genders. Or you could tell them the sun burns and freezes at the same time. Notice them defend the fact that the sun can only burn. You want to end the lesson with the important discussion of different religions. Get them to name the different religions and tell you what they believe in. Ask them how many religions exist in the world. They will tell you 5, 10, 50, 100, 1,000, etc. Tell them that they are all correct. See what the response is. They will immediately say that it's not possible for them to all be true. Say to them that out of the 1,300 religions in the world, let's agree that 500 are true then. The kids will say, how can opposing religions be the truth, such as if one religion says God is one and another religion says God is many, they can't be both the truth, right? Explain that regarding the true religion, even if there are many opinions on what the true religion is, there can only ever be one that is correct. Tell them that the true religion is only Islam. For homework, you can ask them to think of 20 other things that are an absolute truth and ask them to explain why they are an absolute truth. Hope you found this lesson on absolute truth useful. Please like, share and follow Lead to Jannah on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.